Yo, what's up, guys? Seasonal Talk Sam here to bring you guys my Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan Demon Capital episode 24 review. The final episode of the season, or possibly if Studio DEEN is a bitch, then this is pretty much the final episode of the anime series, or anime adaptation rather. But this episode was such a good episode. Really, oh my goodness. Studio DEEN, make a fucking third season. By the way, if you don't know who Studio DEEN is, Studio DEEN is pretty much the animation studio that animates, Nura the Yokai Clan. But anyway, oh my goodness, this episode was just complete awesome. Was so awesome from start to finish. Like so epic how like they played the first opening Hoshino Arika by LMC. When Rikuo was gathering up all of his night parade's fears and combining it into his sword, which was given to him by his grandfather, which I don't think that's Neni Kimata, because Neni Kimata got destroyed like I think last episode. But yeah, and they were just like, and he was like this is my night 100 night parades, and just that awesome clash, and just having Hoshino Arika playing in the background was just a fucking treat. So this episode had like everything, and it was actually pretty cool how like around the end of the episode, Rikuo, I pretty much had a dream of him in his yokai form meeting up with his grandfather when he was younger, and also his late fathers, and they were just playing around, fighting and stuff, and he was getting kind of pissed because they weren't taking him seriously, and just, oh my goodness, that was such a great moment. And during that scene, it was playing the second ending. I think it's called Departure by Katate Size. So that was pretty nice. And yeah, this episode was just pure win. Like then again, maybe because obviously it's the last episode, so they would put this much time and effort into just making their last episode like just phenomenal. So just really awesome way to end off the second season. But man, Studio DEEN, you guys gotta make a continuation to this, because obviously there is more shit that happens in the manga. So but oh my goodness, this episode was so good. I'll give this episode gets a straight A. Like just really didn't find anything wrong with this episode. Just had me entertained for the entire 23 minutes and 50 seconds. So, but oh my goodness. And then pretty much showed the preview to the quote-unquote next episode, which is just obviously a recap episode, recapping what happened from episodes 13 through 20 to this episode. And I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I am gonna watch it, but there's no point of reviewing it because it's a fucking it's a recap episode. So there really is no point in reviewing a recap episode. I mean, the only thing I'm still gonna watch it just for the sake of just watching the last episode of just Nura. But just pretty much the next episode, the recap is just pretty much. I know for a fact it's obviously gonna have they're gonna play like the second opening, the love song by LMC, the full version of the love song by LMC, somewhere in the in the recap episode, just like they did with the first recap episode where they played the full version of Hoshino Arika. But yeah, just oh my goodness, this episode was so good, and I really can't stress this enough that this needs a third season. Like, and I'm kind of getting a bit paranoid, because like I'm thinking that Studio DEEN won't go through and make a third season, mainly because like okay, like last year, around this time last year, Shonen Jump had like an issue. There was an issue of a weekly Shonen Jump where they announced 3 shows that are getting continuation series, and one of it was obviously Nura the Yokai Clan. They said that would begin in season 2 next July. They also said Bakuman would get a second season, and they also said Gintama will be getting a new season in spring. And just a couple of days ago, Bakuman just got confirmed for a third season. Like I think it was like on Wednesday or Thursday, either one of those 2 days. So I'm thinking like, and they pretty much announced it around the same time they announced Bakuman was getting a season 2 last year. So I'm just hoping that like if they don't announce anything about a third season of Nura this later on this month, then I pray to fucking God. I fucking pray to God that they will announce something before next July of 2012, next year. I just really, because if they don't announce anything from like July to March, then chances are they're not going to go through with the third season, because they usually announce these type of things like literally months before it actually happens. Like just the fact, like with last year, like they announced that Nura is getting the second season in December, last year in December. Like literally like January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, literally a total of 7 months. They literally announced that type of info 7 months, before the season actually happened this past July. So man, just but if they don't do a third season, then I think I just have to start picking up the manga, because I know it just goes further than what they animated. So, but yeah, man. For anyone who watched this episode, tell me guys what you thought about the last episode of the season, or possibly the last episode of the anime adaptation of Nura the Yokai Clan. I enjoyed the hell out of the season. This season beat the crap out of season 1. I pretty much felt the same exact way when I watched the last episode of season 1 last year. So, but yeah, this series is such a good series, and it really needs a lot of recognition, a lot of recognition. So I'm hoping that probably hopefully next year Adult Swim will pick up the first season of Nura the Yokai Clan. That would be so epic. I would totally watch that shit, and also pick up the DVDs, because Viz does have the license to both. I would think, yeah, both seasons of the anime. So, and my best bet is that they'll probably release the first season on DVD, or possibly on Blu-ray next year. So anyway, this is Seasonal Talk Sam. Leave any comments below regarding this episode or this entire season overall. Love this entire season. I'm really gonna miss Rikuo. I'm really am gonna fucking miss this damn series. But Studio DEEN, make a damn third season, please, please. I just hope that it has a more. It pretty much has like a good following in Japan for them to, for Studio DEEN to be convinced to make a third season. So, because Bakuman really, I wasn't that. To be honest, I really wasn't. I mean, I wasn't expecting Bakuman would get a third season, but at the same time, I'm not surprised, seeing how it has a huge following in Japan and over here. So yeah, but just goddamn it, Studio DEEN, please make a third season, please. So anyway, this is No Talk Sam, and saying see you guys later.